What's happening, everybody? A very warm welcome back to the Purple Couch. I'm your host, Thabile TTO. We're back and we're taking over. And I'm so excited to bring you this brand new and exciting partnership that we have with Showmax and Youngins. Seeing as the show speaks on a lot of the topics that we are passionate about, we thought, why not partner with them to amplify the word, to ensure that young people are making the right sexual choices. We are live across every social media platform. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It is at LoveLiveNGO. The hashtag to use is hashtag The Purple Couch. A big shout out to our sponsors, which are, of course, the National Department of Health and the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture for making it all possible. We'll be chatting to the cast, chatting to them about their characters and, of course, the issues that those characters are addressing in the show. Connect with us, let us know what you love about their characters and, of course, the show.
Welcome to Olifantsfontein.
The jungle. Did you mean another 5 it's all up on a speed beat, you know?
Buga!
Papa or Ace man high school.
Shit. Nangicabanga ukuthi sisiqale lesi sikaPrincipal. Sarapila kahle man. Silo kahle. Hawu, ngitshela. Silo kanjani?
And then
Just remember, in my school, nothing goes unpunished. So, tread carefully. Pick your friends carefully. You have a lot to lose.
I shame high school asiyaba chiba week.
So ama-rules alayikhaya asikho. Lights off ngo-8. Watholakala wenqa.
Hi, disappointed. Life is now Baba is sweet.
Let's get into my interview with Sefako, who is, of course, Thabile.
Wakati ngibomba wakho kene
Skawara. To the touch up.
wenkosi wakho kene ku95%. Anzojola ni o ngumabhena apha ehlisa class average.
We think
Don't
the words.
Kenda vena nayithetha uzothi ma. Amubha.
Okay. Thanks.
Amubhala.
Thanks.
Now, as I've mentioned, we are going to be bringing you a series of conversations with the cast of Youngins Showmax. I'm sitting here with Tabile TTO, who plays the role of Sefakoo. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, and you, brother? How?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for having us come through to Olifantsfontein High School. Chat to me about your character, Sefakoo.
Ooh, a very toxic one, that one. Very toxic one. I'm thoroughly enjoying playing Sefako. And the reception is quite well. I'm not gonna lie though, as much as I do enjoy playing the character, there's just, you know, those scenes where he treats Tumelo as, sometimes when you separate the character from the human being, you realize, hey, sometimes it does actually pain you when you read what he does to Tumelo. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying his character, and yeah.
Speaking on that, for someone who's never watched Youngins, and doesn't know the character of Sefakoo, who is Sefakoo at heart? I mean, we obviously see the character and how he treats other characters in the story, but at heart, who is Sefakoo?
I think at heart, as much as he wants to show off that he's hard, he's a softie. He's genuinely a softie, and we see this through the interactions with Tumelo. But, you know, he's that that boy that must always do things right, you know, hence is the head boy, captain of the first football team. And he's this person that wants to build this reputation in order to seem as if he's strong. But his sexuality is what he believes makes him weak. And so he hides that from the world. And when he is in touch with his sexuality, that's when we see with Tumelo. He's quite soft and all of that. But ultimately, it's a character that has this major brick wall because he believes that no one's going to accept him for who he truly is.
On that note, you're saying Guti Sefako is this exterior is very strong, but the interior is very soft. How different are you to the character, or similar?
A colleague of mine once, on a night out, once told me that every character that you portray chooses you because it has an essence of you. So I do see a lot of similarities with me and Sefako. Not so much the toxicity or all of that, you know. But yeah, there is a kind of a similarity in a way, not mostly the negative parts, but yeah, I do see a lot of similarities sometimes though.
Now, Tabile, on that note, would we see you again challenge yourself in the way that you challenge yourself with this character of Sefako?
I always aim to challenge myself, but if you're asking, Corey, am I gonna play another gay role? No. There's this thing that South Africa does, you know? When you play a role so well, they only cast you as that all the time. So I don't want that happening for myself. So yeah.
And what's the psyche that you go into as a performer, as an actor, to play and deliver a role like Sefako?
It's a craft. It's not you. It's literally a craft. It's not you. And if you separate character from who you are, it makes your job so much easier.
So you wake up and you're Sefako, you're not Thabile.
No, I'm Sefako on set. I wake up as Tabile.
And then at what point do you then break away from Sefako and you become yourself?
When they say cut and it's a wrap, and go home, debrief like that. I don't take him home because apparently I've heard stories where that affects people's relationships and all of that, and because they couldn't de-roll, they didn't debrief or things like that. But yeah, no, me, Sefako's when I enter here and he leaves when I leave here.
You know, the one thing that maybe someone who's in high school, especially Sefako's age, and going through the things that Sefako is going through, sports is something that is very important to them. In this case, Sefako loves sport, but he's also someone who's closeted. For you, do you think that there is a stigma in sports that is still very much carried out if you are maybe an LGBTQIA+ individual?
I think an element of it is there, but not necessarily there because I can't speak on it. I haven't experienced it. But I just have a theory, kind of opinion vibe. It's more so that because contact sport, especially like rugby and football, it was sometimes used to bring out masculinity in young boys. You know, the harder you can take a hit, the more manly you are. You know, so I think some way there is a correlation that if you're part of the spectrum, let's say you're a male that represents a lot of feminine qualities, they would believe that if you had to play rugby because of who you are, you wouldn't be able to take a hit. So that makes you less of a, you know, man or whatever in that sense. So I think there is a correlation, but not so much in my experience.
Now, we work with the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. How do you think that they can in any way intervene to kind of break the stigma, to have people who want to play sports regardless of their sexuality and orientation?
I think the thing that makes it a conversation where people always talk about that you are on the spectrum of this and that is because we always talking about it. What if we didn't talk about it and it was just normal? Instead of highlighting it, then everyone just it's become a norm now that we don't have to speak about it. So if you're gay, so what, play sports. It's not a thing of he's playing sports. We included him because he's gay. It should just be play sports because you're good at it. And it just so happens that you're gay. I think if we start introducing that narrative, things will, go to baseline.
And I think also because it's 2024 and just beyond, just do what you want to do, man. Nobody cares, really. Nobody cares. And what can people who've never watched Youngins expect from the character, Sefako?
More fire, boy. Yeah. More twists and turns.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I don't want to say too much. I like it when people tune in, Don't expect, just enjoy. Yeah.
Don't expect, just enjoy. This is where we're going to park it. A big shout out to you, Tabile, for taking the time to chat to us. Stream Youngins right now on Showmax.
Oh, yeah.